install LLxprt just so you guys can see. I was about to do it without recording, but I said nope, I'm just gonna do it. So let me refresh. All I gave it was actually nothing for context. So let's see if it picks up the fact that it needs to take in both installation arguments and also tools. So right now it's analyzing the README. Yep, so now it's looking at tools. And then the installation arguments, which is really nice. You kind of get to see how this works. And here's where the magic happens. We see LLxprt. It's like, okay, what else do we have to update? Now, installation arguments. And here's where I've had some trouble. It doesn't do the right installation argument, but it looks like this is right. And then the README, now including LLxprt. So I'm closing the other windows. And now we're checking to see if anything else has to get updated. And it's like config test also has to get updated as well. Well, we'll see, because we do have another one that we're adding here. So technically, I mean, I'd say yes. And we also have a configs for each one of these configs. Let's check README again. All right, let's see what else was updated. Looks like it went ahead and updated the README that we don't really have to update this one. We have a script that copies the one that's at the root. But you'll be able to see. I'm gonna continue. Yep. So right now it's trying to build the project. We're at 3 minutes and 27 seconds, so just built without any errors. This will actually be fascinating. Keep going. Okay, well this is new. Blocking, waiting for file lock or package cache. This is definitely new, so watch out for that if you're a maintainer. Now we're running tests. Continue. And I love this because it lets me kind of just look at the code and learn as I do stuff and kind of talk out loud as I do this. You won't see much, I think, edits in here because I think that's just having to do with connections with GitHub. And if a user wants to add their own templates to a specific GitHub that Terminal Jarvis wants you to upload. But we'll cover that later in a different video. And we're right now at 5 minutes. And I don't expect it to one-shot this. I just think that it'd be pretty cool if it did. But I do a lot of testing. So despite this happening here, there's still more stuff that I like to do. I'm gonna continue. Let's see all the supported tools. Now we see LLxprt. Continue. We'll see it's not installed. And now it's trying to test the install functionality. It's really nice. Now I guess as a user, if you don't have like access to npm, there might be an edge case here. But I think you know, if you're planning on using this enterprise, you'll definitely want to expose you know, to your npm registry for your company. We'll continue. All right, I noticed the help test shows the old tool names. Okay. It's like it found an edge case here. Now we're going to CLI. And what did it actually update here? Okay. Oh, okay, so I just found a comment and it's like, okay, I'm gonna add LLxprt. I don't know if this is actually necessary, but it's nice. something where, like, if you're seeing this, maybe just clean it up. I'm just gonna let it be. Now it's saying it's available. 0.1.17. Let's go check that actually. So that's accurate. 0.1.17. And we'll run version. Okay. We'll continue. We're at 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Continue again. You know, without all this stuff, it just takes a little bit more time. Just gotta go through and find the right commands. Once you get into a nice little flow, you can see certain things like Clippy need to run, certain things like FMT have to run, and then we'll try it again. This is actually running it, so you'll be able to see it. So Jarvis is up, and you can see LLxprt is a new one. We'll press enter, and I'm just pressing enter just to let it initialize. Oh, and we had an issue there. So here's where it gets kind of weird. You see how it's still going? I don't know if this is the case with every single one of GitHub code spaces, but I'll say LLxprt did not actually open up. It was for a short moment where it looked like it tried to, but then failed to actually run properly. Find out what's happening and ensure we patch its behavior. So now I have to exit out of this, and you'll see it continue, but we'll press pause. I love that pause feature because it'll want to just keep going, but you don't want it to just continue because the behavior wasn't right. So we'll say, all right, let's let it investigate. And again, I can do the investigation, but I'm just choosing to trust at this point. Hey, maybe it's smart enough to look for the issue. And I've actually had this happen before where I had a blinking, I guess, just an issue. Okay, it's like Gemini options. I did see that they're using Gemini under the hood, so maybe it's getting confused. Oh, well, there it is. Okay. Well, oh, I like all these options. It's really nice. Get out of there. And it'll keep going over here. Now let's see if it'll do it via Carvel run. So it's going to build the release version. You'll notice we updated quite a few files, but core functionalities inside of CLI.rs, config.rs, installation arguments, tools. And then also looks like we updated some config tests and the README. The one inside of here, I don't believe you have to update. Again, I have a script that just copies before we push to npm. But if it does it, I mean, it'll just overwrite it. I think it's fine. And we're at 11 minutes. I'm trying to be as detailed as possible and talk about my thoughts. I absolutely love how it looks like whenever Rust compiles. I have to look at this and I'm seeing every single one of the maintainers. They're all just trusting each other. And then building one myself, it kind of feels like stepping into that world. So yeah, if you use this, let me know. We're at 11 minutes and 40 seconds. If you're watching this far, hopefully you can drop a like. And hopefully you learned something. If you did, let me know what you learned. If you didn't, and you thought I did something strange or just unconventional, and you want to give us suggestions for updating this workflow, let me know. My primary driver is this Copilot instructions that I made. Yeah, it's pretty sweet so far. I tweak it. I have this Copilot agent. I don't think I'm using this, but this one specifically I am. It's still going. You can go ahead and forward on this portion. I'm not trying to bore you. The dependencies are always going to have to compile, and I'm trying to make sure that this is complete as we're looking at it. I guess features now typically take me like 24 minutes, and if I have time and family and constraints and all that stuff, I usually I can get it probably done faster. All right, so that built the release version. Continue. Trying a different way of doing this. Okay, we see LLxprt, it is installed, so we'll continue again, looking for the version, but this time via terminal Jarvis, which is nice to see. So now we're looking at special considerations. Okay. I don't think there's anything else, but you know, I made this in a manic episode, just knowing the idea needed to get out, because context switching, right? There's all these things that are coming out. Okay, what else did we update here? Let's see. Okay, display name is equal to LLxprt, OpenCode. Let's see, we'll continue. What is this inside of run tool? Okay, let me come back. I'll come back to this in a different video. So we're building release again. I'm gonna close everything to the right. I'll just close everything. Okay, now it's gonna run a simple test. How are you? Now for LLxprt, I think I have to get a key. So let's just see. Over here. Sign it. Copy. Paste. You see my API key. I think these are good for not that long, so. Okay, so now we're gonna test. Let's see what the test behavior comes out. We're at 15 minutes, so that's actually a really nice little demo, again, if you made it this far. I don't know, in terms of flow, I think this could get faster, but at the same time, as humans, we want to understand what's going on too. And it kind of feels like a nice little rhythm. I can add more tests, but right now, you'll see the tests that I do. So now it's gonna run Clippy. Okay, no Clippy warnings, and then info. It's nice, you can just see a little bit of information. And integration's complete. So we'll continue to test some stuff because, again, edge cases can be found. Nothing's perfect. All right, now users can do this. Sweet. Let's go ahead and press keep. And we'll make a new chat. We'll close these. And afterwards, just because I've done this a few times, I really do trust it at this point. But, you can go through each one of the individual changes. Like one time I had installation arguments not be the right thing, but now I'm checking them, which is nice. If any of these need to be at latest, which I just saw that, it might be something to consider. Or I might make it an option later. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you can check them as you're doing your development work on this. So we're at 16 minutes and 55 seconds. So afterwards, we can do this. You can run it in here, but I think it's better to do it over here to catch things along the way. You'll say, let's go ahead and run local CI/CD.sh and try to push to GitHub and then the registry. So for this code base, you'll have to be a maintainer, and you'll also have to have access to npm, and you'll need access to just npm and GitHub as a maintainer. I'm also considering like verified commits because I've done that before and I've seen people do that in open source. And here we go, changelog also. It goes missing 32. That's fine, we're just learning as we go. But this is going to be 33 because we're on 32 right now. Let's just run this and see what happens. Okay, you can see I'm on develop, change log verification, quality checks, running Clippy, running tests. Right now it's going to run the tests. This is the local CI/CD. I was talking to my buddies, I might just make local CI and also local CD as separate things too. That way you don't get caught in a position where you accidentally push to the registry and you just didn't want to. Oh, we have a failed test. So see, there's stuff there that we have to catch. And I might add in something there. If we fail a test, okay, why did we fail? We need to block it. That's a to-do for next release. Okay, so we did fail tests. I guess I did put it in there before. All right. Also, go ahead and look into making sure that the change log includes the update for the recent LLxprt tool we're adding should bump to the 0.0.33. So you'll see it can vary. So we're at 20 minutes. Now we got a snag even before we test it in the other environment that I testing them. So we're gonna update changelog. Hopefully this now changes to yeah, see, today's the 5th. Why is it saying 6th? That's kind of annoying. Oh yeah, and then we did need the cargo to be updated too, right there. So these are things that I kind of wish we could add to our Copilot instructions, and for Claude or any CLI tool or just tool to just accept that that's what we want to happen every single time. It's probably a way. Just not doing it. Roast me. 21 minutes. Okay. So now we're running it again, but we will run into that same error because I don't think we fixed anything, and that's okay. Because if we do run into that same error, we should also expect to run into that same scenario where it just won't succeed, and then it'll just come back to that loop where, oh, it's going to try and fix the issue. That's kind of the behavior you want from the LLM. That way you avoid kind of going into the code, trying to dig through it and make the change. If you look to the left, change log's been updated. Carvel.tom. Is it TOML or TOML? I don't know. I just say TOML. And then failed test. Nice. Config test is there. It's updated tools, installation arguments, config, CLI. And again, this one I don't think needed to, but this one might have to be. Don't quote me. I think I may have just done it for this one and this one, but I can't remember. But all right, failed. This is good. It's looking for all 4 tools, but now we have 5, which is good because we need to update it to be 5 now. And now this will include the 5th one. This is for a test because we need a terminal Jarvis example. Okay. And then our smoke test will include making sure we have 5 instead of 4. At this moment, I'm going to pause. And the reason why is because I want to make sure that it knows that for v0.0.3, also v0.0.33 is being released today. Today is 2025, 08.05. Continue with test fixes, but ensure that this is updated as well. So this is where it kind of pays to pay attention. But even then, there could be even more, right? I talked to somebody about adding a way to just kind of check the things that you've recently changed with AI, and I just hadn't thought about that either. And I think that might be another way. And I've also looked at like CodeRabbit as a tool that you can use. But I didn't even know that terminal Jarvis was going to attract attention, so we're winging it like this, okay? Okay. Did this pass or did it fail? I don't know about this one. It's a little interesting. And sometimes it hangs here, where like you don't see it do anything. If you just click in the terminal and press enter, sometimes it just keeps going. Yeah, so it was just hanging. Yep. So we'll go and continue. It's gonna run smoke test. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that one. That's kind of weird. Okay, but did it include? Yeah, we need to also include the latest one. So for validating packages, for this here, code block, we need to also include LLxprt test. And it will know that it's within scope, smoke test. It's 25 minutes, so definitely 2x this video. Hopefully I'm not talking too lightly. I'm trying to be clear. You're right, the tests are validating 4 packages, but we now have 5. That's where the tests were probably built in a way that, we might have to change this. Be a little bit more programmatic. Yeah, we'll look into that. Plus it's using bash, and like for testing I could have just used kernel test in another test.rs file. But, it's fine. If we find way more tools, we'll see how slow bash is. Which I'm guessing it will be kind of slow, right? Because if you have to compile things and... I had to pause for a moment. Went back on. I'm gonna go ahead and press enter on this. Running smoke tests. Okay. We're at 27:36, almost 30 minutes. Five tools, example, npm install. Let's see this. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep going. And what I'm expecting a little more than we saw last time. Claude, Gemini, OpenCode, oh there we are. LLxprt assist. And the package is consistent. Cool. I'm gonna do a dry run. Ooh, I failed at this. Let's see. Hey, I'm just happy we're catching this. I like to see this little catching behavior being more in place. Adding the surfaces that are missing, which is good. So now we have another file that we're also updating. Notice we haven't touched main or lib, CLI logic API files, or progress utils. But our smoke tests were updated. Config tests. Let's see. Yeah, if anything, I might move this down here. So checking for tool reference. I'm just seeing, okay, test behavior. 5 tools are present instead of 4. This is for the docs. We're at 31 minutes. Okay. So now it's trying to do local CI/CD. This includes the call for the smoke test. And we have the current version, the one that will be updated in npm, which is nice. While this is going, I'm going to go to mine and check repos. In here, we can do a proof of concept and open up a code space. Yeah, there's no changes here, so we'll open this one up. So that one's firing up. We're running smoke tests. We just saw earlier that this will pass, including try runs. And this is starting. And this is important. We'll see why. This is also where you're going to want your phone to be connected appropriately to the authenticator app. It's building release binary, which is going to be placed inside of here. And I'm going to say no bump because we just did bump. I just want to check. I need to make it more obvious here. We're already pushing to GitHub. Hold on. Go back to repos. Here. We should have a new tag. Oh, we don't yet. Let's see if this will push. Yeah, see, the logic's off here, so I'm gonna have to skip, but I'll push manually up to GitHub. Because I don't want to bump the version up by accident. Actually, let's see if that did it. Yeah, still no. So my theory is right. This is 0.97/100. These cycle like every couple of seconds, so I'm not really worried. Okay, close that. Center. And the same. Log in, close. Alright, now before I say yes to it being stable, this is where the other one is important. I'll go over here, do npx terminal Jarvis, and let's see 31. So that's actually, I need to make sure that this is a full, yeah, here. It's 31 because I didn't choose August or beta. So npx. Yeah, that's 33. Okay, and we see LLxprt. Sweet. When we make this go up, and yes, we install. It was pretty sweet. Still, kind of wish it was under 30 minutes. This is 36 minutes right now. Okay, it's installed. Press enter. Nice. I haven't used LLxprt yet, but I'm gonna try it out. Shades of purple. I'm not connected to anything yet. Let's just see. I thought I had to connect with my API key. So I'm wondering. No, I think I already did connect. No, I didn't. Because this is in a different code space. This is interesting. Maybe it's because of Gemini being free in general. When you are a genius. Looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. It's 37 minutes, just waiting for a response. Surprised you can see these but not get a response. They probably have these hard coded somewhere. Yeah, for some reason I'm thinking I have to authenticate. So I'll escape. Do we have to off? Yeah, let's see. No. Yeah, okay. So we want to go with Google. Ooh, there's something else there. Might be a bug. Let's enter. I'll have to check to see what's happening without it being downloaded. Oh, that's a different color now. Let's see. Enter, let's say. I'm gonna try this again. Okay, logging in. So this might be a bug you have to look at, but this is out of scope. I'm able to do the actual getting in. Let's try and get in with a token. And actually, is this for? I think I'm just doing Claude. Oh, this is Gemini, yeah. Same. Oh no, the other different. So every time that will be different. So I don't have to worry about it too much. Cool. Ooh, wait a second. I did load up this, so now, hello. Okay, so weirdness, but I get to see his whole behavior. Let me go to LLxprt, and I'll say hello again. Yeah, so I'll do a full breakdown later for what that means. But npx beta, and then we'll say again from this in there. Hi. These are just small tests, right? You found an edge case, how to find a way to replicate. It'll probably be just uninstalling completely, but this will help see how I ran into that too, and hopefully the team will be able to see it too. So I'll get out of that one, switch over to Gemini so you guys can see that it actually does work. Gemini. Okay. Gemini, no, it's logging. See, there it is again. So I think this is going to be a bug with Gemini tooling. Yeah, you see? Now it comes up. That's interesting. But also fascinating. It's like, it didn't forget. It actually works, but it's got a quirk. Hi. Get out of there, come back. Let's go Claude. And dark mode. Subscription. Go in. Claude does this thing where sometimes you have to click twice. I don't know if it's just a specific version, but I think I downloaded the latest, so just weird. Yeah, see, this is Claude. It's not terminal. It's not TG. That's interesting. Let me see if I can copy it and put it over here. Paste and go. We're 42 minutes, man. Holy crap. Now something else is going on. Let's see. Fork back. Enter. Try and go on a Claude again. And go to the dark mode. Keep going. Okay. Is there something going on with Claude? What to see? I don't think this has happened. Yeah, this is interesting. Let me, we'll test Claude a little bit too. We'll look at OpenCode. Now with OpenCode, I don't think I have a subscription, so I'm just gonna test that later. But there must be a way, right? Ooh, there's something else going on here. Yeah, this is a weird behavior. I wonder if this is just how it's opening. Yeah. What was that? Come back. Catching a few bugs here. We'll leave it as beta. No. Alright, so let's go here and just make sure that we pushed here. That's 33. Cool. And we're listing out everything that we did. We're about to be at 45 minutes. So I'm just gonna check one last thing. This is what I do. So I don't think we pushed to GitHub because we had an issue where I didn't want to push because we were going to bump up the version. So let's actually ensure GitHub is at v0.0.33 in terms of text. Right now we're at v0.0.32. So I hope it doesn't run local CI/CD. Let's push this up. Actually, I pushed up that version. Oh, this might be weird. Do we see the appropriate thing in here? Oh, yeah, it's not in there. We'll have to push again to the registry. See, it's this sort of stuff. I just want to make sure it's done automated because we can just do all that stuff together. Alright, so we'll say that's our 33. And then, I wonder if we can replace what we have in the registry is version 33. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna refresh this though. Let's see if anyone did it. Because I don't think that's how it works. I think when you push to the registry, it's based off of what's current. Yeah, I think that's what it is. 46 minutes. Yikes. Okay, at 33. Excellent. Get log. Cool. Alright, last thing. We ended up pushing v0 of v0.0.33, not 32, as v0.0.33 to registry. Let's leave that in registry and replace v0.0.33 what we just did with GitHub. It should do what we're trying to do. I'm gonna clear this. Okay, so it's gonna unpublish that. I want my little token thing, one-time password, 115635. Close this, come back. Okay, we're gonna decarbo build release. Build. It just makes it make sure the files are actually still 33. Yeah, I'll keep all these. So there shouldn't be any changes, it's just literally just trying to push the right stuff. Okay, what's going on with testing? What's the mod there? It's a weird mod. But you saw earlier, I'm going to keep out a lookout for that behavior. Because testing over here is what actually kind of helps. Alright, so we'll look at this. And close this. Ooh, okay. Cannot publish previously published version. Okay, but I just wanted to delete that. So let's see. Interesting. Yeah, let's look here. Should say 32. Oh. Oh no. Yikes. We have to publish everything now. Let's cancel. There's something going on. Alright. Did boo. We unpublished everything from VM. Ooh, this is an interesting night. Let's see. Can we recover? It's kind of like a rookie move. It's late, man. Alright, let's see what happens. Yeah, but I want all my other ones to publish. This is going to be interesting to see. Will this publish every single lost version? Right now, npm only reflects the 0.1.0. And just to be sure, let's refresh. Yeah. And we'll come back. Which specific versions? Let me check what's currently in npm. Yeah, go ahead and check, dude. That's not in there. Let's see. Dude, I don't see anything. What do you mean? Package is missing the readme. Let's see. Let's use a sniffing tool. And we'll say this is what I mean. npm doesn't show all the other versions. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the CLI shows that. That is interesting. Can you look back at the command on your head? I wonder if doing this will bring it back. I have to see what that command was, because I think this is going to be a pain if this happens with somebody else. I'll figure it out myself. Okay, so we have 34, at least that's in there, but let's see if it actually publishes anything. Yeah, see, I don't see the code. I don't know what's in there, but there's no readme. Why isn't there a readme? It's because we have to update with local CI/CD. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh no, it's in there. Yeah, we'll say beta again. At this point, I'm just gonna bump up until it's done, because this is tricky. Man, if you made it this far, hopefully you subscribe. Alright, perfect. Okay, 32, 34, 34. That's fine. However, where the hell's the readme, dude? We might have to run local CI/CD. We'll just bump. Alright, whatever. And then we'll go here. We're at 34. It's fine, we'll change that again. Okay. We'll change that again. Run local CI/CD. Yeah, because I know for this I got an edge case where a freaking readme wasn't actually posting. Alright, let's see. Well, I guess it was a longer night than usual. It's a production failure. What I try and do is fix this too. I guess what's nice is that people can still kind of go and get the package, but they're not able to see the freaking readme on there, so it's kind of, that's the concerning part. Let's see. Do have LLxprt still in there. Still passing. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that stuff with Gemini, LLxprt, and OpenCode. All those edge cases are gonna be tripping me up. Alright, zero test failed. See, it copies the readme. I think the sync readme is the thing that's helping us. Because I think I ran into that. We'll bump up to 35. Can we do it under an hour? We'll just call it beta. No. I think because of all the changes, it might be good to just make it stable. And then if people want to roll back to a different version, that's fine. These sort of things, dude. Now, if you're a maintainer, don't get mad at me, man. Just give me advice. It's still early product. Not a lot of people. 29. Changed. 480. And then we'll say this one's staying the same. Let's close that. We'll call this puppy state. Alright, now let's go back and see what's going on in here. First we'll refresh. We still have all the tags. Nice. And then we'll go here to this. Refresh. Yeah, see there's a sync readme. There's something going on. That's fine. Alright, an hour. But I still have a little bit more testing. So I'm going to close this. Clear. npx terminal Jarvis net stable. See, this isn't right. It shouldn't be 32. npx terminal Jarvis. Yeah, see. But I have one, so let's go with LLxprt. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Get out of here. Continue. Gemini. Hi. Get out. Enter. Claude. Let's try it one more time. See if we can even get in here. There's something going on with Claude. Yeah, see, there we go. It wasn't TJ, it's just Claude. And then this happens sometimes, so you have to click in here again. And then you'll actually get it here. Again, it's stupid, but shot is log in and enter. Yes, yes. Right. Okay. Get out. And OpenCode had a weird thing, so I don't know what happened with that. Yeah, see, now I'm able to type in there. So we'll say no. See, I told the maintainers I could just have a way to just, hold on, let's see, can I just do solid 4? Right. Oh yeah, get the right one. Well, this one works if you just have the right API keys. We'll the Qwen. Yep. And it's an open API one, so I don't have that one, but that one should work too. Come back, go down to settings, install tools, enter. And then we'll go to settings, update all tools. Usually you want to update all tools at once. Let's see if this is just working. I don't really like the interface here. I wish it looked a little bit more clean, but it does do the job. And yeah, that's it. An hour and 4 minutes with a production engine. Yikes. All right, thanks for watching.